For years, you probably heard this: don't let your knees go past your toes. Why? Because it's bad for your knees, right? Though there is some truth to that, but in majority of cases, the knee pain is often accumulated from years and years of wear and tear due to bad training or lack of training altogether. One thing we must understand about the knee is that it's at the mercy of our hip and ankles. So when they lack the mobility or strength, our bodies will compensate for it. So when there are issues at the hip and ankle, the symptoms are often expressed at the knee. In addition, the fault can contribute to poor biomechanics from everyday life, like the way you walk, the way you go up the stairs, the way you sit down, etc. But the major point is that your knees are meant to travel at such a big range of motion. So allowing your knee to go past your toes requires full extension and flexion of the joint for healthier tissues, stronger tendons, and balanced muscle development. So the secret towards allowing your knees to go over your toes is to have great stability throughout a full range of motion, which also requires a good amount of strength. So for most people, this can't be done simply by just squatting. So one of my favorite unilateral exercises to do is the split squat. The split squat is a unilateral exercise that takes a single leg through a full range of motion without placing excessive tension on the tissues around the knee and less emphasis on the low back. So unlike many other split squats variations like a lunge or a Bulgarian lunge, this exercise takes you into a much deeper range of motion and has access to many more muscle groups. It hits two joints like the ankle and the hips. This will help you accelerate the improvements of your range of motion while strengthening the leg muscles and tissues around the knee. The split squat is definitely one of my go-to exercises. I use it in many things, like in my warm-ups, and my mobility routine, and implementation in many muscle building and leg strengthening exercises. All right, now I want to move on to several other exercises that provides healthy knees over toes application and exercises that complement your overall strength development of your legs. Now, the first exercise I want to go over is a cycling squat. If you have a slant board, this is a great one to incorporate. This exercise creates an ideal amount of stimulus on the entire quads and the knees. So this extreme range of motion will help take some pressure off those fragile knees and your lower back. And this next exercise is a front step up. This is a great exercise if done correctly that will target your VMO and your glutes. And there are many variations of this exercise that will place a different emphasis on these muscles, but overall they are all effective for correcting muscular imbalances and providing healthier knees. Next exercise, if you have access to this tool, is great. It's called the Sled Drag. This versatile exercise is a natural pulling exercise that places continual tension on your quads as well as other muscle groups. But it's easy on the knees for sure. The best part of this exercise, though, is that anyone can do it, regardless of your fitness level, your age. It's just a really fun tool to implement towards reaching your strength goals. So at the end of the day, all these exercise variations are great to relieve pressure off your knees and build a healthier, functional, and stronger lower body. So if you're not sure where you need to start in your training or need a structured plan, then I suggest checking out our strength training programs that include many of these exercises that I just listed and some. These are the exact exercises I use as a foundation that I use for my clients to help them achieve their strength and fitness goals and make sure they thrive on their day-to-day lives. So that way they can stay well balanced and have a good training experience.